All right, is Mike D here back with another hot spotlight, this time for the month of June. Very excited about this one. She is super talented. We have Miss Rasandra
Hey
in the building.
yo,
What's going on?
nothing much, chilling. How about you?
Good, good. Your
Grateful.
first interview.
Yes, very nervous right now, but we're gonna
Nothing to
get
be
through it.
nervous about. It's just a couple old friends just
Yeah.
chatting. Old Seekonk residents back in the
Yes,
day.
yes,
Found that out. We had that connection. That's funny.
right,
But I mean, I guess that's that like Rhode Island, Massachusetts connection. You mean
right.
everybody's tied in somewhere.
Yeah, very
Uh,
close to each other. So
what was that?
I said it's really close to each other. So
Exactly.
it's like everybody's kind of. I always think everybody's kind of in one space.
Pretty much what it feels like
Yeah,
anyways. You
yeah.
know, you meet one person, you know like five other people
People
they
on
know
both sides.
too.
Right.
But yeah, it's dope. It's really good to have you in. Really excited about this
Thank you. I
one.
appreciate you guys.
No, appreciate you. And with that being said, tell everybody who is Rasandra.
So I'm Rasandra. I'm 22 years old. I grew up in Seekonk. Graduate from Seekonk. I was born in Fall River, so I'm from Massachusetts. Yeah, basically my whole life music has been like in my life I've been involved with music a lot, especially from like my parents. They basically like influenced me to start kind of like my music career. I
Mm-hmm.
would say since like a little kid, always listening to like old hip hop and R&B, always in the car with the music blasting like so yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel like I just kind of embraced that and like it kind of made me who I am now, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yeah,
So,
that's cool. I mean, I
yeah.
feel like a lot of times when people are really into music, you're influenced by somebody. I
Right.
mean, whether it's your parents or older
Yeah.
siblings.
Yeah.
So it was your parents that kind of got. So how did they know that music was like not just something you enjoyed, but something you were good at?
Um, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's necessarily they knew. Honestly, I think it just was just I don't know. I just feel like it just gradually just became a thing.
Hmm.
Honestly,
That's
that's
awesome.
all.
And when did
Yeah.
you know? When did you decide like, hey, maybe
I
this
would
is something I
say
could do?
I would say by like the eight. So something that I would do now, or you
Hmm.
mean like talking about just when I was like younger?
Yeah, just kind of like when you decided like you could make music. You're good at it. You have a good voice. It's
So
kind of in
me
you.
knowing they started to make music, I was 17, I would say. And I tried out for this like it was like this audition thing for Atlantic Records.
Hmm.
So I seen it online. At the time I was like super like I had stage fright, nervous, all that. So I seen it online. It was like just send in a video. If we like you, it'll just go from there. So I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, whatever, why not? So I did it. I didn't think I was gonna get picked or anything. And then like the last day before it was like due, or like I think the last day before they picked or whatever, I got an email and it was like, hey, you got picked out of like 20,000 people. Like
Wow,
you're 15. So I was like, oh, they're like, oh, we're flying you out to LA. You get to fly out one person. Everything's paid for.
that's
So I was like,
amazing.
okay. So yeah. So from there, like when I went there, obviously it didn't, we didn't pull through, but it still was a great experience. That's when I kind of knew like, all right, let's take this music thing serious. So then from there, I kind of linked up with my brother, my manager as well, D Gomes.
Hmm.
He's from Rhode Island. I know everybody probably knows who he is.
Yeah,
That's
we
my
know
boy.
D around here. He's
Yeah, that's
been in
my
here too.
boy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, so he started his own label, APF, and then I was just a part of them. I still am a part of them now. So he basically just kind of helped me like actually structure myself as being an artist.
Mm,
So I give like really big props to him for like really pushing me. Because at the time I was like, yeah, like I want to do music, but like I wasn't really all the way there.
right.
So he was in studio with me every day, every night, even like writing like songs and stuff like that at first. Like he kind of really helped me like to write songs. Like every song that I had, it was from him. So
That's
yeah.
incredible.
But
And
then as we like basically like been in the studio every day, I started learning on my own, like, okay, this is easy. Let me do it
yeah,
like this. So yeah.
that's cool. And how important was it for you to have like, because a lot of times in that industry, if you get a manager, you get somebody involved with you, you might not know where they're from and you have to learn who they
Right.
are. How important was it for you to have somebody you already know kind of
Very
lead, lead
important.
the way?
Very important. Because it's like we have a bond, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Besides just like business, it's like we're still family.
right.
So it just feels more intimate than it would if it was just somebody off the like, just off the street or like something like that. So it feels way
Exactly. And
more
it makes it
closer.
easier for you as a new
Yeah, it's way
artist.
easier. Right. Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're super talented in this area. We know that we're continuing to learn that as more and more artists from around here continue to blow up and do their thing.
Right.
So what's it like kind of been for you being from here, doing your thing? You have a great social media following. You got fans everywhere and seeing everybody else from your area kind of doing it. Like we had Henny in here a couple months
Yeah, my
ago.
girl
That's
Henny.
your
Shout out
girl.
to Henny.
What's
That's
it
my
like working
girl.
with them and growing together?
So yeah, so working with like everybody that I'm close with, Henny, Jay Links. Links is actually from Pawtucket. He just signed to Interscope.
I saw that.
Yeah, he signed
Yeah.
to Interscope, so he's doing his thing. Even Damon, because before he kind of died down from the music
Hmm.
scene, but he was an artist first. So even working with him, it's just dope. Like especially when we're all from like the same area, and we all are like friends. That's what's even more fun. It makes the job more easier because
Hmm.
it's not like we don't take anything serious. We have
Yeah,
fun. We can create and have fun. It's not like nobody's judging nobody. So it's cool. I love it. I love also building with them and like growing to get to the top with them too. So
for sure. And it's
fire.
easy stories to tell. You know,
Yeah.
we all grew up listening and being like, oh, Jay-Z went to the same high school as
Right,
DMX. And
right,
it's like,
right.
how come they can all do it from the same area? We're waiting for
Yeah,
our turn,
yeah, yeah,
But we're seeing it. We're really
yeah.
starting to see it.
No, yeah, for sure. It's
And,
dope.
and just seeing you guys, do your thing. Like even I love when I follow on social media and I see, sharing stories of like people listening to you in all different parts of wherever, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That must feel good.
yeah. Actually,
Um,
it's crazy.
yeah, it's
I feel
wild.
like I feel like I have a lot of like fans in like the UK. Like they just show mad
That's
love.
what's
Like
up.
it's
You gotta
crazy.
get over
Yeah,
there.
it's crazy. I'm just like, what? You guys listen to me from over there? Okay.
What's that like? Like, what is it like? Just kind of, because when you're doing it, you don't really think of it as like who's listening. You know what I
No, you
mean?
don't.
So
Not
when
at
you start
all.
to see it, like, what is that experience
Yeah,
like?
like at first it's like it doesn't really hit you until like you actually like see it. Like once you start really seeing like the people are in tune with you, it's kind of like, wow, like I can actually like do something and people, like people actually love who
Mm,
I am. They love my music. It gives you more motivation to like keep going. Because
right.
sometimes I get in these moods where I'm just like, ugh, I can't. I
Hmm.
can't do it. Like I can't. But then I'm like, nah, I got to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to let everybody else down.
Right.
So yeah.
And you know what? That's good. That's a good way to, it's a good motivating factor for you too. It's like, hey, when you start to see that, when you
Right.
start to see the feedback, it gives you that extra boost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is great. And you went on tour.
Yep, I did.
And what was that? So now you want to talk about getting the reaction on social media. What was it like getting that reaction in person, like being on
That was
stage?
crazy. That was crazy. Tour was probably like the best experience I've ever had, like in my lifetime. Like it literally in my lifetime. It was actually crazy. I didn't even know I was going on tour,
Yeah.
to be honest. We found out I was going on tour the day before tour.
Wow.
Yeah,
Talk
so
about just kind of getting ready and going,
yeah,
huh?
I saw a flyer and I saw people like reposting on Instagram and they were like, oh, like shout like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I'm so
Hmm.
confused. Then I looked down, I see my name. I said, oh, whoa,
That's
okay, I'm on
funny.
tour. So we had to get everything. Literally flew. Nashville was my first, and that was actually my first time ever performing like on a big crowd.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had no like rehearsal. We just had to take a flight the next day. No clothes, no makeup, no
Damn.
hair. Everything we had to do on the spot the next day,
Get
like
some
figure it out.
cowboy boots in Nashville or
Yeah,
something.
we was trying to
Throw on a
figure it
vest.
out. Yeah. So nah, it was a great experience though. I love tour. I liked traveling. We had like our own little tour bus, got to travel, like different people, meet and
Mm.
greets and stuff like that. It just gives you like more of a sense, like more physical contact with the fans, like
Right.
the people, like it's just a lot better. Like, I don't know, something about it. I just love that more than like talking through a screen. Like
Yeah,
I like in
exactly.
person.
And performing must feel
Yeah,
amazing,
performing was crazy. And they love me. I didn't think they were gonna love
That's
me.
great.
Because I'm a female.
Yeah.
Like not female industry is kind of like in this industry is kind of like I don't know. They don't really respect you a lot more. I feel like than they do with males, but they love me. It was crazy.
Well, it's hard not to. You're
Yeah,
killing it. And
thank you.
it's, right now I feel like it's such a good time for just the ladies and like the R&B scene. Like, there's so many big R&B female artists right now. It's like a resurgence.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
I feel like you fit that sound so well,
yeah.
like, I listen to some of your music and we were listening into it in here earlier and I'm like, you almost forget that it's not being played on the radio. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like,
right,
wait a
right.
minute, this sounds like it would fit right in.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that must be pretty cool too, because just because you're able to make or like just because you want to try to make something that sounds like something that's popular right now doesn't mean that you can, but you do a great job.
right.
Did you kind of like, was that always kind of the music you anticipated yourself making, was like that R&B, like kind of
Yeah,
just speaking from the heart
yeah.
relationship type
Like
stuff?
we tried. Like I feel like honestly, not even we tried. It was more so just like what it came naturally.
Hmm.
Like naturally, it just I love love, so I
Right.
talk about love, and it's not wrong to love, whether it's wrong or right. It's just love. I don't know. I'm a lover girl.
Yeah,
So
no, love is good. Love is
yeah,
important. Love
yeah,
makes the world go round.
yeah. So R&B just fit the description. That's just what I ran with. But I also think too, like me listening to it since a kid, kind of just I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
like your songwriting process, you know, we talk about you love.
Yeah.
Is it something that inspires you, like lyrics wise, or do you hear a melody or a beat first and then you sit down, or is it kind of just like you get in a studio, hear something and work to that?
So at first, like I said, Damon was helping me,
Yep.
like, learn how to write and stuff like that. But then he moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
had to
I just talked to
figure
him
it
this
out.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. So I started figuring out. At first I would just write, which that process, obviously it's easy. It takes time,
Mm-hmm.
but once you get in the studio, it's quick, done. But then I'm like, no, let me try freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally just would like, go through my emails, whatever. If there was beats in my phone, click on the beat I liked. If I liked it, literally just press record, close my eyes and just sing.
Mm.
And then whatever piece I like, I'll just cut it. Because sometimes I record myself.
Yeah.
So I'll cut it, put it there, boom, I'll redo it a couple times, get it right, and then we'll just keep flowing until I get the song complete. And that's what I've been doing lately, to be honest. And I like it. Yeah, I love it. I don't know.
That's a dope it feels like it's more like if you're really feeling like the music.
Yeah. And it's just whatever's coming from my heart, to just express it into the mic. So,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dope. It's a really cool process. And it comes off in the music too. You can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
With that being said, music, we got some new music coming, right?
Yes, we do. So I'm actually going to be dropping my new song called All the Smoke on June 30th.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I will be dropping that. And then I'm working on an EP as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be coming out as well.
Now, when you, that's first of all, very exciting. We're definitely looking forward to that. But when you're putting together a project like an EP, do you have like a theme in mind, or is it kind of just like you said, you kind of go in, you feel the music and you kind of just put it all together?
Kind of like what you said, like you kind of just go in, feel the music. I mean, yeah, it is kind of like a theme though, because you kind of want it to all make sense, right? So, I mean, yeah, but it's all about love.
Dope.
Yeah, a lot of my songs, I think every one of my songs is just love. I don't really like.
A lot to say about love.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah. And like even because I think my first song I put out was a song called Mix Up, which was like my first song. So if anybody listens to that, calm down, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be on my back. But yeah, so Mix Up came out. From there, I feel like I've developed more as an artist. So like all the music that I have out now is like nothing compared to music that I'm about to drop at all.
That's amazing.
It's like completely different because I'm getting older now.
Right.
So it's like a lot more different
perspective.
Way more R&B, like a lot more R&B. So
that's amazing. And do you have like an idea, like a time frame of when you want to have that out? You want to have it out this year? I'm
trying to push for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I'm trying to push for this year.
Dope.
So.
Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that.
Yes,
we're excited about the single dropping June 30th too. And you're busy though, because you got more stuff going on too. You got another business venture happening too. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So I'm going to be launching, I have a brand called Love Tastes Good, LTG. That's what we call it.
I like that.
We're in the process of basically just like, bringing it together. I got my girl Shawnee. Shout out to my girl Shawnee. She is like basically like the brand. She's like the stylist. She styles me, any other people that we involve. Even like the brand itself. She does a lot of the branding. We got Damon on board. He kind of helped come out with the name. So that was dope. But yeah, it's basically just going to be like love tastes good. So like I said before, everybody loves love, whether it's good or bad, it can be toxic, whatever. Like it's okay to love. It's going to taste good no matter what. You get it. You're addicted. Everybody's addicted to love at some point, whether you claim you're not, you are. Yeah. Everybody needs love. So that's basically what it's basically about. But yeah, so it's just going to be based around that. That's basically the aesthetic.
Dope. I like that a lot. It's really, I mean, it's dope to see that because as you're still developing as an artist, you're already thinking about the next steps,
right? And
kind of building,
right?
Which is really important. You're still young,
right?
And you can look around and be inspired by the people in this area, and then eventually you'll be one that people are looking up to and being like, you know what I mean? I'm inspired by her.
Yeah.
So it's really dope to see. I always like to ask this question. In these interviews is in 5 years, like where do you see yourself in 5 years, or where do you want to be?
When people ask me this question, I get all like, I mean, I don't know. I definitely want to see like my brand itself like flourish. Like I need it to like skyrocket in 5 years. I just want to be able to like, help the people and stuff like that, like get through situations through my music, help them relate. I don't know.
Yeah.
See myself successful with my team as well. And just keep going, I guess. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It's a tough question to answer, but sometimes like, you got to put it out there.
Nice.
All right, Rasandra, thank you so much for joining us today. You said you had a few people you wanted to mention.
Yeah. I just wanted to shout out a couple people from, local that need, represent the Rhode Island, Mass
Yeah.
kind of area. DJ Wears Nasty. Um, if y'all don't know about him, he kind of runs Day Trill, and he's one of the best DJs in New England. We got Max October. Shout out to him. Works with Spotify. Cam Bells. He's actually my DJ. Cam Bells is dope.
Yeah, Cam was here.
With Henny,
He was
right?
here with Henny. Yeah.
Yeah, he came on
Good
tour with
dude.
me too. We rocked out.
He's awesome.
Oh yeah,
great dude.
David Duke. I don't know if you guys know of him, but he actually just signed with the Nets.
Oh, that's right.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him. He's one of my close friends.
former Providence Friar.
Yeah,
PC
one of
Friar.
my brothers.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Quiddy. Quiddy plays for the Colts.
That's
So,
right.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. That's right.
There's a lot more people, but shout out to Henny, Lynx, D Gomes, APF, everybody.
The whole squad.
Yeah, her whole squad.
A few of them already been here. We're gonna get everybody else in
Yeah.
here. We're gonna get you back, Rasandra. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
awesome
you for
getting to
having
know
me.
you, and we're excited for the rest of the year.
Thank you.